can you take us back in time and tell us when the first time was you came into contact with the graph and some of those initial thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we first spoke with Yaniv in the spring of 2018. And it was kind of an interesting backstory. So we had a couple investments in Web3, mostly in DeFi, either DeFi protocols or applications, around the, call it mid to late 2017 timeframe. And in talking to our portfolio companies, we noticed this recurring theme, this problem that kept coming up that we ended up referring to internally as like the read problem, where they had this DevOps issue where they just couldn't get data from the Ethereum blockchain fast enough to serve it up to their user interface. And it resulted in these apps and protocols transitioning dev resources away from building the actual application and protocol over to DevOps to make sure that their data parsing engine and their indexing engine for the Ethereum chain was keeping up with the chain and was serving data fast enough. And saw this problem and started asking this question in all of our meetings with Web3 apps and protocols. Like, how are you handling your DevOps? What does your DevOps process look like? What are you spending dev resources on in DevOps? And it became very obvious that data indexing was a huge issue. Everyone was focused on faster blockchains, the right side of the equation, right? WRITE, and speeding transaction throughput up. But no one was really focused on the reading problem, just yet. It was all like bespoke, homegrown solutions that lived inside applications and protocols themselves. So we wanted to find a solution to that. And I think, at the time, we started coming across a SaaS company here or there. Actually, a lot of the companies who had the technology to solve this were doing analytics on the blockchain for, asset fund flows, trying to predict when whales were moving assets onto exchanges to predict how that would impact prices. So they're doing various analyses to predict price movements in crypto assets. And coincidentally, they happen to have the best infrastructure for indexing at the time. So we saw a lot of those analytics businesses, didn't see something that was pure play, really trying to target this area, except for maybe Infura, which at the time just, wasn't really being taken seriously as a, scalable business. It was kind of like this, small operation inside Consensus that just happened to be serving up a lot of users on the Ethereum chain. So I started scouring the universe for companies trying to solve this and came across Yaniv and the graph. And that's where we first met and kind of knew it was a need going into the first conversation.